Hey guys, welcome back to day 5 of Rocky Mountain Race Week. Obviously, it's not race week today, and obviously this is delayed and whatever. So I've been dreading editing day 5 because by day 5, I had lost my voice. Almost 100% lost it. I was squeaking, and so I couldn't talk. So this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do some story time mixed with some pictures, mixed with a little bit of video from the actual time of. So bear with me. Hopefully it's not too awful. We are about to get day number 5 underway. It is our last day of Race Week 2.0. You look thrilled. You look thrilled. What are we doing? What did you do to Lisa's car?
Fixed the trans brake, 2-step, gave us some more timing. She's going to have a lot of fun today.
Jake stayed up because he wanted to make sure Lisa got a faster pass today.
Race car thing. Yeah. I think it's possible.
Shoot.
She can do it.
So she's going to get to go fast on her last
Lisa's
day.
going to the 12s today.
Lisa's going to the 12s today.
Stated.
Hey, we are ready to go. About to roll out. So this is right before we left. Dad and Jake are definitely already loaded up, waiting on us to get in the car so we could get on the road. But they were ready for the day. And then here, this is just one of my favorite views that I see all race week is looking over the hood and looking at the sun and riding with cool cars and cool friends. And we were on our way to the checkpoint, and it's one of my favorite moments of race week is to see that view and just to get to spend that time with your friends and your car. It's a really cool feeling.
What I call the scenic route.
At least Retro Nova's good for something. These are the best trips ever.
It's pretty good to sleep in.
Yeah. We are at checkpoint 1, and there's everybody here. You see, literally. It's pretty cool. It's a shop. My front runners, my tires for my front, are also sitting on a dock where my 275s are. And I was trying to make it through the week on the ones I had, but they're pretty bald and pretty sketchy to go almost 170 mile an hour. So our friend Clint, who was on the week, he's sadly out, car on the trailer.
Really nice
His
car.
town, and so his friend had a set that wasn't on his car, a set of wheels and tires, so I'm borrowing those for the day. And we're getting ready to put those on, and then we'll get back on the road after I eat ribs. Okay, we are on our way to Tulsa. I lost my voice. Sorry, I'm squeaky. So, Jazz is with us. Mom's in her seat. I don't know how far we are from Tulsa. We're not too bad. So, Jazz is Clint's daughter, who has the blue Camaro that traveled with us on race week. She races motocross, and she's awesome, and so she's riding with us. Clint's with Megan and Alan in the rent-a-car because Clint, unfortunately, hurt a lifter yesterday and is out. So, they had to get to Tulsa, so we picked him up, and we're having a great time. And we're making good time, so that's good. So, we'll be there sooner rather than later, which is good. Okay, we are in lanes for pass number 1. I am ready to get this pass done. It should be an 860 something, I think, is what I hope it runs. I just want to get that pass to turn in and keep my spot in the class, and then we'll see what the car does. So I think I'm going to try to go a little faster, but 860 will get it for what I need today. So lots of people in the lanes, but we haven't got our first pass yet, so these lanes they're fast tracking through that. And then Dad's coming up at some point. I don't know where he's at. He's over there. He was on his way, so get me down, get him down.
1320 video, go on their website, 1320video.com.
Then we'll see what we can do after that.
So typically Dad and I don't run back to back. We usually try to run where we can watch each other, but in this time, the way it worked out, since we were a little late on getting our first pass, we both went back to back. So I went and then he came down behind me. And so it's kind of cool that I'm packing my chute and I see him pull in and he's packing his chute. So it's definitely a picture moment. And then as I was doing it, we were both talking about like how cool our runs were, and I turned around and I was like, we should take a picture and at the top end. And so that's what we did. We don't have many of those, but I look like I have a black eye. I just had dirt under my eye, but it's a really cool picture. I really like this picture a lot. We both just ran some really good numbers. So it was really cool. One more pass there. So I said I was going to do just one more after the one I had that I could turn in and call it a week, but I ended up doing two, this last one and then another one. But basically I had that 860 something I could turn in, locked in third place, finished with the week. I went up and I had made some changes that I thought might still allow me to run a lower 8 than I have previously without running out of pump, which is the kind of the issue I talked about earlier, which is going to prevent a faster number, I thought. But it was a good pass. Like the car left like it hadn't before, and then like you can hear in the video even that it sounds like you can kind of hear the tires start chirping a little. I lifted. I don't know if I should have or not. I don't know what the right answer is there, but I did, and so that probably killed what would have been an 820 something pass, what would have been my best pass. But I ended up chasing one more, or going for one more, because like the chase of the number, it's addicting, and I haven't done that in a while, so that's what happened. I had just made my pass, and Dad was already in the lanes because he was up there watching me. So he was about to go make his attempted fastest pass, since he also had something to turn in. So Tyson and Jacob Cronk came and picked us up, and me, Mom, and Cole hitched a ride to the front because we thought we were in a little bit more of a hurry than we were. But as you can see in this next picture here, we ended up waiting in the lanes quite a while, but they were freshly prepping the track, so that was good. So it was really set up to be potentially the fastest pass that he's made.
Alright, dude, what's this pass?
What?
This is an 860.
Yeah, maybe.
Can you just drive it like that?
Okay, if it doesn't do it, it's my fault.
Okay. Just kidding. It's probably the tuner. I don't know if that's me or Jake.
Let's see if we can do it.
I've got a peace sign on my face. But anyways, we are about to make my third pass. I've done opposite of what it seems like I should do. So I've added more power sooner, because where it started to feel like the tires were, loose was at 1.7 seconds, 1.8. All my power was in before that, so it wasn't a power coming in issue. It was either the front end settling, or it was the fact that it was just too slow of a curve, so it had time to settle down. So more power, sooner, quicker, faster, and harder. It's gonna be good. Should be a good pass. Pretty excited.
Was it the best idea for Dad and I to race side by side when we were both going for our personal best and had stuff to focus on? Probably not. But was this one of the most fun passes? Yes, absolutely it was. So Dad and I used to race side by side, we'd line up and have fun with it, but we haven't in a while. So we did this just kind of to have fun. And I think by the time we actually got around to making a pass, we were both on that same same track. But it was a lot of fun. We tried to leave at the same time, and we both like blew tires off, smoked tires, and so it was just a pedal fest all the way down. So Dad and I got to the top end, and we were having a great time, whether or not they were good passes or not. No, not really, but it was a lot of fun. So this is a really good way to end the week, and this is a really cool picture that was captured.
And just like that, race week is over. Dad and I are both driving our cars into and on the trailer under their own power. The only thing that was lost this week was my voice. He's going to take a second place finish in his class. I'm going to take a third. They're going in. And I am so glad that they are not hurt. That is exciting.
Before I made my pass, there was like these bounce house or jump trampoline bungee cord things over on the side, and Cam and Haley had said something about going to jump on them. I was like, yeah, let's go in the week that way after I run my fastest pass. Well, it ended up not being my fastest pass, but this was right after we went and jumped on these trampolines, which they were a lot better at than I was. And then here we were getting ready to go to awards. This was at awards. Everybody was piled on the golf cart. I just thought this was a really funny picture that kind of shows how close everybody is on race week. So this was after we'd all loaded up and jumped on trampolines and had the cars ready to go. This was just, it was time for awards. It was time for everybody to get together and look back at the week.
Because I think it'd be not too long. I've never had this. I don't think anybody would buy that.
Fun fact about this upcoming clip. So here they were doing an auction for Morgan. They were trying to raise money. Easton, who is June's son, he's over here in the left side, and Joe had jokingly told Easton that if he drew his name out of the raffle, he would pay him $20. Well, Joe ended up having his name chosen a couple times, purely by chance, but Joe lost some money this night.
There's some bribery going on there.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe.
No, Joey.
How is this going for you?
It's going pretty good.
It's costing you a lot of money.
It's costing me money.
I don't think you're up right now.
I'm not.
Apparently, I don't have a video of me walking up to get my award, but I took third in my class in Ultimate Radial, so this is me with my award. No video, just a picture.
Place goes to Steve Barak with a 5.75. First place goes to Travis Martin with a 5.30. Thank you. The first place goes to Royce Payton with a 7.66. Unlimited pays double $2,000 to Royce.
This was pretty cool because this was the first time Dad and I had actually placed in an event together, so we had to get the obligatory picture with our trophies. These are the coolest trophies, by the way. So glad I got to have one because they're just really neat and super American, and I love that.
One last meal with some race week crew. We're starting off, or we're ending at IHOP where we started off the week. Very tired. I'm coming up, don't hit me. The gang's all here. I wish I had a voice though. So we all went to IHOP and Joey fell asleep. Alex fell asleep leaning on Joey. I am Alex. Blaine is asleep in a corner and won't wake up.
And then just grab his phone too. Yep.
Joey Berry's gonna carry him.
There you go.
I kid you not, we get home. Go to unload Bad Marrow into the shop. Somebody is already in it. This is not provoked. She just really loves Bad Marrow. I don't know. Okay, I guess you're gonna ride into the shop.
So that's technically it. That wraps up race week and day 5 and the whole week in general, but I'm not done yet. It was a super awesome week, but there's a little bit more that I want to share. So when I originally started sharing this time for 2.0, there was something that I wanted to convey. I wanted to show what race week is all about, other than the winning, other than the late nights. Put that aside. That's not the point. So winning is a cherry on top, but what these events really originate about and what they really show, especially if you're there, is the camaraderie. And it's about finishing the week. To finish this week is truly an accomplishment in itself. To actually place in the week is the cherry on top. But the feeling that you get while you're there is unmatched. At Drag Week, there is an award called the Spirit of Drag Week. And it's awarded to the person at the end of the week who was nominated the most to shows the true spirit of what the week's about, to the willingness to help others, the willingness to keep pushing on. And that's something that's missed, that we don't talk about necessarily enough. And I've wanted to show that, and honestly, until about 30 minutes into editing this video, I didn't know how, and I didn't think I was going to be able to on this go around of Rocky Mountain Race Week, but it hit me. So up next, I'm going to share some pictures of the people that I got to share this week with, and a couple stories about them, and I'll try to make it quick and short, but it still won't do it justice to show the camaraderie and the amazing vibe and feeling that you have at this event, but because every single person there has this many stories plus some. But I'm going to do my best to give it a little bit of justice. I hope you enjoy, because I'm really excited about this part. Off with some pictures of me and Dad. So these are some cool ones that I really like and I'm glad to have, because we work super close to get the cars together, and we work really close, on a daily basis. So to see some of this, we go back and forth, and we definitely think on the same wavelength. And these are some of the pictures that capture it. And we're pretty much always there to watch each other race or be there for whatever needs to be discussed. So some cool moments that were caught. I really like this picture right here. And then here is Tom Bailey. He was walking across, and we always go back and forth, I'm pretty sure, deciding who hates the other more. But he was walking across, and I was trying to make a decision on what class I wanted to be in for the week and how, that would look and everything, and stopped him. And he's actually got some pretty good advice sometimes, so stopped to talk to him about that. And he gave me some good insight on what to do, so it was a pretty good conversation. It was cool that Meg caught it. Here is my best friend, Mary Claire, or MC, on the left, and Megan's on the right. It was super cool to have her there. She supported me for the past 3 years going to the races, and she's always super interested in what's going on, but she always just thinks I disappear for a week and come back. So it was cool for her to be at her first race, which also happened to be race week, and it was a lot of fun to have her there for Monday. Here is Joey Berry. I remember Joey Berry on the left when he was little and wouldn't even talk to me and thought I was annoying. So it was so cool to race him. So much fun. And then here's his dad, Joe. We were actually probably making fun of each other here, but I like this picture a lot because you can see the happiness in everyone's face. And here's the actual selfie that it produced. I love the Berry family, Joe, Joey, and Michelle, which I don't have a picture of Michelle here, but they're awesome. This is a super funny picture, actually. We all went to Waffle House. Dad had walked over too, but he got there and was like, I am not waiting hours for Waffle House. So Newbern and Bailey and Cotton and Mom and Alan and a bunch of us, we were all there. And it was a good late night Waffle House run. And here's a fun picture that I really like. It's me, Megan, Newbern, and Cotton. So that was a fun day as well. Here is the coolest kid ever, Blaine. Follow him on Instagram, Blaine's Therapy. So he lines his dad up and is like a crew chief for his dad, lines him up, gets the car ready. He is awesome. He always comes up and we have conversations about how the day is going and everything. Coolest guy ever. Here is just pretty much an accurate representation of race week. Everybody's sitting around watching somebody work and talking, and just kidding, it's usually a thrash. But here's Steve Mank. Steve and Tana, his wife, are awesome. He's holding a flashlight, watching me work. was going okay. Here is Jasmine. Jasmine's awesome. She races motocross. Her dad, Clint, was on the week as well. This is one of my favorite pictures just because I think it's funny how contradictory it is. Jake's lining dad up, so is Hank Kronk, and they're both saying to do different things, but it was super funny. I think this is a great picture. Here is Mom with her wind blowing her hair. She is always ready to help whoever needs help with the track. Definitely track mom. She's awesome. Jake is actually a professional parachute packer. Fun fact, he jumps out of airplanes. So I think this is a cool picture. It's just caught a really cool angle. He is on it with parachute packing. This is me, Mom, Megan, and Cole on Tech Day. I am always in everybody's face about taking a selfie. Dad is all suited up here, ready to make a pass in retro. I think this was day 1, but I thought it was kind of cool. I've been on him about wearing his Hans device, and so I finally, at this point, got him to wear it, so that was exciting. And then here is our late night transmission rebuild. We were all still smiles, even though it was a long, long night. We knew it would really throw off our week, but everybody's so helpful. Mom and I driving, I gave up the driver's seat to let her drive for a little bit while I edited. This actually used to be her car, so it's only fair. Here is Dad and Bob Brim. I think this is a funny picture. They're always matching or something. They both have on Joe Barry shirts here, so I made them stand for a picture. This is Hadley. She's so awesome. I was so glad to finally get to meet her. She's actually dressed up like me for Halloween for the past 2 years, and I actually didn't recognize her because she dyed her hair dark to match mine, and it's blonde here, so cool to get to meet her in Oklahoma City. Here is the photography car. You see Megan in the back with a jacket over her head. She's trying to edit pictures, and Alan Peebles is driving up front. Here is Frank Beck tuning on the Midwest Drags car that is available to be won. It was a lot of fun to travel with him and the Havlicks. Matt Frost here, which hosts the event, puts it on, leaning in, talking to Dad at Topeka. There was probably a discussion about the lack of track prep going on there. Mom here, she's usually a solid co-pilot. She's in charge of directions, but she had had no sleep, and so she's trying to get a nap in. And then here's Peoples again. I was on him all week about not wearing shoes. He'd get out of the car with no shoes on. It was so funny. Such a goober walking around. This was a fun gas station stop. Brian Lum, Jake, Cole, Dad, Alan, me, Meg, Mom. It was a fun time just on our drive. Good selfie. Here is Joey. Joey is a really good family friend. Joey and his family, the Moores, they are so much fun. We know them from when we were little, and we used to be at Bowling Green and we raced together and all that, so it was cool to have them on the week with us for the first time. So it was a lot of fun to have them, and Reggie actually won. Reggie's dad actually placed. These are some of my favorite people, Royce Payton's daughters and Blaine, and they were so much fun to hang out with all week. It's so cool to walk around and see everybody every single day. And here is also Easton. This is June, Allison's son. He was always there with a golf cart. We've seen him grow up over the past couple race weeks. So it's just, I keep saying it, but it's so cool to have everybody. It's such a family, and I love it. Now that's it. That actually wraps it up. So as I was recording that and trying to voice that over, that was actually super hard because there's about a 5 to 10 minute story I could tell about each of those pictures, but I don't want to bore you guys. So the main thing to watch for in those pictures is the emotions of everybody and the passion and the happiness. And, you know, even when it was stressful, it's still so much fun. There's still so much camaraderie in it. So I still did an awful job of trying to convey, but I just want the main thing to remember is that race week and these kind of events weren't designed about winning, I guess we'll say. Of course, everybody wants to. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, that's a goal going, but it really is a special kind of event, and it is an endurance event, and it is just a different kind of animal. So if you ever get the chance to go on one of these weeks, I suggest doing it. It's so much fun. So I know I left people out of my last thing, and that stresses me out because there's so many awesome people that were there. But anyways, you guys are awesome as well. Thank you so much for watching Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0 2020. I think that's going to be the last race week for this year, I think. But he surprised us last time. So anyways, like I said, that's it. So as always, be happy, go fast, and stay pretty. I will see you guys next time.